Doing a quick video on the comparison between a newly purchased knock sensor cable, the one on the left, with the original one on the right. The last time I serviced the car 114,000 Ks ago, I put the one on the right back in with an orange silicone tape, which I am going to use again, a silicone tape, because of those benefits. And because you just want all the help you can get in an area that gets that hot, I think, especially if you're going to use a cheaper cable like I've decided to do. There are some obvious quality differences. They both measure up the same with resistance to the knock sensor connector. These two top terminals, like the one on the right has the two gold, it's those two that talk to each knock sensor, and those are the ones you measure from to test the resistance. I've put my multimeter on 200 and done the test, and I got 0.5, and they're pretty much the same. They're honestly pretty much the same resistance. And I have also checked to make sure that none of the other terminals are talking to each other, and they're not, which is good. So that's tested fine, but there are real differences. The original one has those heavier brass-looking terminals, and the separator piece is much more solid. It doesn't move when I put my finger on it. Even the size of the terminals is more bigger with the original. And when I press on this, it's quite flimsy in comparison. I can bend it, move it, it looks flimsy. I can't even move that white one. And also the quality of the plastic. I can press that in with my fingernail. I can make that plastic bounce up and down with my fingernail. Whereas the original one, I can't do that. It's a stronger, heavier grade of plastic. Now, on my original one, the clips break, and that's the problem. When I went to pull them off the knock sensors, they just were so frail from the heat, they just break straight away. So what I did last time, I used a nail. You can see my nail mark. I used a tiny, like, picture frame nail, or it was even smaller than that. And the trick was using a Dremel to get down in that area to drill the tiny hole for my tiny nail. And then I made the nail do what the clip normally did, and then just gooped it up with gasket goo to hold the nail. And that got me through the last time. But you're supposed to change these. It's recommended to change these every time, and it's kind of silly to take the risk and not do it because of all the work to get down there. And I'm wondering if it's even a bit silly me using such a cheap part. But I'm not expecting it to go too far with the life that's left in this car, so I'm going to go ahead with it. The other thing I must mention is the size of the cable, which I was curious of. So I got a caliper in there, and I got about 1.8 mil on that cable, and on the original I got about 2.2 mil. So there's even a definitely probably more strands of wire in the original cable than in this newer one I've just got. Yes, so you pay for what you get is the saying, isn't it? And certainly true here. This cost, I think, $29 on eBay. And I think the concerns for me are the thickness of the wire and how strong the plastic feels. It feels weak compared to the original.